Hey everybody and welcome back to Igniskidd. It is back. The 10 win streak game Speedroid list is back. Yep, you heard it right. New Speedroid support has been announced, has been released, and we are going full throttle. Let's just go over what has been released for the new stuff regarding Speedroids, which we are at full power now. We have everything we need to absolutely dominate this format. And yeah, aside from a couple outs to us, mainly Macrocosmos, we are absolutely roaring. So let's just check what new stuff has been announced, released, and what we made with it. For the new Speedroid stuff, most of it is sadly just available in the Beyond Speed pack, which I tried to open and turn it into a video, but I opened crap. To recap that, I just opened some Clearwing Riders, a Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and some Stardusts, but yeah, nothing that interesting. So Beyond Speed has been released, and it's giving us more than we can ever hope for. We have access to High Speedroid Clearwing Rider, Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and Baron the Fleur. All three absolutely fantastic cards if you're planning to play Speedroids or are currently playing them. Just give them a shot once in a while. I'll also be showing you what I'll be bringing to the Synchro event, so you will be prepared for that. Now, let's get this started. Cards included in this pack include, aside from the tuner enablers, the Fleur cards, which come with Baron the Fleur, some Speedroid cards, the absolutely awesome Speedroid wheel if you've seen my crystal clear guide to Speedroids, and another Speedroid scratch. If you're playing pure Speedroids, this card will be your best friend to get Terratop. Now, aside from that, there's nothing more of big note here. Well, Wolfrayet, we can also make this, but it's not that good as it would be. It gains 300 attack every time another monster effect is activated. We could spam him out, but yeah, not really necessary. And there's also Floret to Float, it's essentially just Monster Reborn for a level 2 or lower monster. Now, in this pack, you also get access to Hound and Piper. Piper being part of whatever it is called, revealing cards from the top of your deck up to a number of other winds you control. And you can add any of it to hand. So you're missing a Call by the Grave, add it to your hand. You're missing an Ash Blossom, add it to your hand. You're missing an Ultra Hound, add it to your hand. And Ultra Hound on normal summon can dump any Speedroid name to the graveyard. I'll show you a combo with that in just a second. And Duplicate, our compulsory evacuation device. We couldn't have asked for more from this pack. It is fabulous. There's also some other outliers in here like Menko, our Battle Trap or Battle Fader, turning everything to defense. Not good against Lynx. Gum Prize and Horse Stilts, but I personally don't play them, so yeah, do with that what you like. So, number owned, there you go. These are the ones that I already have. We don't really need the Sage ones. I pulled a couple of these, I just dismantled it to make Baron. So yeah, let's head over the list and then I'll show you the replay as is custom by now. There we go, Speed V3. This is my current Master Duel ladder list, which I'm climbing up now. I've been breezing through gold as per usual. For essentially a free pass to plat, use this. This is the updated version from my last one. We're playing pure speedies with the copy of O-Lion, the Master Duel tags of Maxi, and the Butterflies as extenders. But yeah, with the new cards we added 3 copies of Scratch and 3 copies of Wheel. Scratch being essentially Rhoda, and you can discard Duke if you draw him, happens way too many times. And Wheel being just get stuff out, that's it. So extra deck wise, I've geared up a bit. I added another level 7 in the form of Clearing Fast, so that I can banish another 7 if I need to, or to replace Auroradon with Clearing Rider. This is, and then we can also just take out the O-Line because deck space. And yeah, extra deck is 2 Corkscrew that has also been newly added. An absolutely glorious card that helps to boost the consistency of the deck tremendously. Obviously, the copy of Chambara, Hagoita, Starter Charge, Pegasus, the 2 Crystal Wings, Shenshin and the Kite Drake is still the same, as is Rubber Band Shooter and Auroradon. I added the Clearing Fast because extra deck heavy stuff, and the Baron the Fleur for negation and can spin itself back to reborn one of our Crystal Wings if needed. Okay, deck wise, there's nothing new aside from the scratches and the wheels and the 2 copies of Hound and the Piper obviously. So yeah, let's jump right into the replay. Here we are in the replay screen, or the match history screen. Seeing as I've reached Plat 5 and 4, goal is Plat 3 this season. So yeah, we've been zooming through gold, with the one loss, which was due to my internet connection. That's why there's only one turn. Yeah, I was playing this on mobile, and don't play this on mobile if you don't have a very, very good internet connection. Okay, now, this is the duel I wanted to show you guys. Now let's play this, and I'll commentate over what is happening. So, loading in, our opponent decides to go first, which is peculiar, because usually we are the ones who want to go first. And the deck he's playing is weird as a going first deck, because you really want it to have going second. We opened absolutely beautifully. We have a Call by the Grave to negate any Ash Blossoms that we hit off Speedroid Scratch. We have Ultra Hound to normal summon and send any Speedroid card from our deck to the grave. Marble Machine, so we don't have to search it off Terra Top to go into the Baron Crystal Wing combo. We have and Duster if he has a bad back row heavy deck. This is a perfect hand. I couldn't have asked for more. Now let's see what the opponent does. He activates Numeron. He's playing Numerons. Like, okay. He's dumping the Numeron spell. Numeron Calling. When dumped off Numeron Network, that allows him to summon all 4 Numeron gates out and then go into the big Numeron or do something else. Memories of Hope allows him to draw, essentially draw 4. There he goes, or draw 5. He links all of these off into Crusadia Avermax and passes. Now, by this point, if he had to draw 4, we can absolutely bank on the fact he has a negate or a hand trap or anything that could interrupt our play. We aren't too worried. We have a Call by, we have a Duster, and we have a Scratch. And this guy is going to get exactly what he deserves. So we drew the Piper, and we're going to Duster him for everything. So the guy was playing Trap Trick. Banish a normal trap from your deck, except Trap Trick, and set 1 card with the same name directly from your deck. DD Dynamite. Inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each of their removed from play cards. Droplets. It's Droplets, and another copy of DD Dynamite. So he's playing some sort of Burn Negate Avermax control, and using Numerons to get there. But yeah, he's about to get his ass handed to him. So we Speedroid Scratch, discarding the Ultra Hound. He tries to Ash Blossom here, but no cigar. There we go. Call by the Grave, gets the Ash Blossom out of here, and there we go. Chain Resolve, we're getting ourselves a copy of Speedroid Terra Top, the one, the only. Because we already drew Marble, we don't have to search Marble of Terra Top and can instead search another extender. So we activate Terra Top here, we go into Taketomborg, Marble Machine, getting us a copy of Car Turbo. Getting out the Taketomborg, usual combo line for the Dice. And now Dice going into Cork Shooter with the Terra Top. Now on the reborn of Cork Shooter, we do not use Dice to make Terra Top a level 4. We instead, because we want to get Baron out, make Cork a level 5. Now we make Rubber Band Shooter, banishing a 6, revealing Ultra Hound and Den Daikaduk. We get the best possible outcome, Den in the grave and Hound in hand. Usually I don't recommend revealing Duke as part of your Rubber Band search because you could get him to hand, but in this case, even if we drew Duke, we could just level 3 Duke plus level 2 Marble into Hagoita and make Crystal Wing, and then special summon out Car Turbo, get out the Hagoita again, and make the Crystal Wing, sorry, and these two, Hagoita and Cork, would make Baron. Sorry, I misspoke for a second. Okay, we special out the Car Turbo here to still reserve if we want to go for an Auroradon play. Hagoita and Cork into Baron the Fleur. Newly released and menacing. Now we special out Cork using the Duke Engrave that we have now banished. This triggers Hagoita, getting him back out to get us a level 5 body to make Crystal Wing with. But we are not making Crystal Wing here because Avermax says, once per battle during damage calculation, if this card battles a special summon monster's quick effect, you can make this card gain attack equal to that opponent's monster's attack during the damage calculation only. If this link card is So if this Link Summon card you control is sent to graveyard, you can buy an opponent's card, you can shuffle a card on the field back into the deck. We don't like this, so we play around it. We normal summon the Hound, using the effect of Revenge dumping Duplicate. Duplicate's effect being once per duel, we can level Ether on a Speedroid we control, and then bring it out as a level 1 tuner. Now, instead of Crystal Wing, we make Kite Drake, and Kite Drake's effect to negate everything on field. Chaining Duplicate, and he scoops. What happened here is we can duplicate, level Ether on our own high Speedroid Kite Drake that has now negated Avermax's effect to bring it out, making Kite Drake a level 7 and going into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon that way. Then we have 2 monster negates on field, if you count the Baron, or a monster negate and an Omni, which is an absolute blowout. So yeah, that's what happened in that duel. Now let's look at what happens when we go first. There we go, play replay. We went first here, game lasted 3 turns, because he couldn't kill us, and then we got it back on the crackback. This is a good example of what Speedroids can do by just opening Scratch and Duke. Now I'll be speeding through here. We Scratch, pitch Duke, get Tear Top. Tear Top out, getting ourselves the copy of Marble that as you saw earlier, normal the Marble, get the Take, special the Take, get the dice, and go into the combo you saw earlier. This is why I'm fast forwarding here. Cork Shooter, and dice, making Cork a 5. There we go. We go into a copy of Yo-Yo here, dumping the card Turbo. I have this Yo-Yo specifically here to reborn dice because of the current board state we're in. So we don't really have to make a Goita to make a decently sized board. Like, let's say we don't have a Goita here. And we just reborn the dice using the Yo-Yo, turning Yo-Yo into a level 5. We Hagoita here with the Yo-Yo and the dice, having Hagoita as a reborn option or keeping his revive effect open. We banish here the Cork and we make Crystal Wing this way. Keeping in hand the Marble, the Ash, or drawing the Marble, but keeping in hand the Ash, the Duster and the Wheel. We could have also just wheeled, pitch Duster and get another tuner out if we were lucky enough and make the second Crystal Wing. But yeah, here we just set a card. It was Shield Crush. Target a defense position monster on the field and destroy that target. It does nothing. So turn 3, I went to flex here a bit. But we normaled the Marble, we got the Take, and we made Auroradon here. This is the other line you can make a Goita if you don't have anything else. Auroradon making 3 tokens. There he goes. Sacrificing 2 of them to get O-Line out. We don't use O-Line's effect here because we still want our boy Hagoita to have reborn plays back, but that we can't do if we just special summon out Taketomborg and tag into a Duke. We could have gone for level 6 Synchro and then gotten Hagoita out. Not because we don't have a level 6 tuner, because what am I thinking? Nothing. We could also just wheel, but we just get Taketomborg out so we can get our last Duke out of the deck. Going into Hagoita, making a copy of Crystal Wing, our second one, and now hitting him with a truckload of damage. Obviously, Chambara getting the attack boost. I could have attacked twice there, but it wouldn't been as funny as just using as many cards as I could. Yeah, this is what an uninterrupted Speedroid board looks like. And as you might have noticed, if we were playing Clearing Rider, we could have just went into Duke, make a 6, reborn the dice, and going into Clearing Rider that way. So yeah, this is Speedroids, currently in Gold Tier 3, 10 win streak. Obviously not that hard to achieve, but use this time to actually work with the deck, learn it, and get comfortable with the plays you have, because sometimes you open just a very crappy hand. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the list with the new consistency option. It breaks way less than the other one, and that one was already consistent enough. So yeah, now let's look at the Synchro Festival stuff. Synchro Festival is something that I've been looking forward to for a while now. The Xyz Festival was decent, the loner decks in there were garbage. The NR Rarity Festival got me to try and play Ancient Warriors. I will be potentially making a deck list of that too, because I just think it's such a cool archetype. to just play around with. Now, this is my Synchro Festival deck. I'm playing a copy of Malicious Magnets and 2 Kaijus in here. So the Kaijus and the Magnets, if you watched the crystal clear guide to Speedroids, Magnet is funny, because if we Kaiju something and we can special summon out the Magnet using either Taketombor or Duke, depending, which we mainly usually have access to, if we Kaiju him for 9 and we special out the Malicious Magnet, we can make a level 10 Wind Synchro, which is Baron de Fleur, which is generic by the way. If we bomb him for 7 and we have drawn the Malicious Magnet, and we have Terratop in hand or any other that we could extend with, we could go into High Speedroid Kite-Reek, which is just a good card, or if we still need him to extend further with other cards in hand, we can just keep him on field and negate everything else on the field. If he gets destroyed, we can search a boy of our own. Now, from what I think, is that this list is solid as all hell. If you really want to play Speedroids in the Synchro Festival, copy this, you won't regret it. The Kaijus are optional, you can change it out for anything that you want. You can add a 3rd Hound if you like the Foolish. But yeah, we also have the Clearing Rider here to, for those who don't know, we can roll a 6-sided die and shuffle wind monsters, not specifically Speedroids, from our grave into our deck, also counting extra deck monsters. Up to the result, we can destroy cards our opponent controls, up to the number shuffled. And if we do, this card gains 500 for each card destroyed. It's a can, so even if you roll a 6 and he only controls 3 cards, we can still nuke all 3. During our opponent's main phase, we can tribute him and get out 2 level 7 Wind Synchros with different names, which in this case would be Clearing Fast and Clearing Synchro Dragon, or Wind Pegasus, depending if you want the interruption for destruction. There's a pretty decent line with Emancipator Risen Reptide, because during our opponent's turn, if he sets up any Synchro play in the grave, we can just banish the tuner. Or if they're playing Speedroids, just banish the Duke, or the dice, or any tuner target they might have. With the obvious lineup of 2 Cork, a Chump, a Goita, the starter's charge because we need cards, and sometimes just top decking the perfect card like Speed Recovery is insane. Now, also the Shenshen, because Synchro decks lose to this. It is just the law. It's just a given that they lose to Shenshen. It's what they do. Okay. Yeah, so these are my Synchro lists. I'm working on the Ancient Warriors one, so don't worry if you want to stick around for that. If you have any ideas for an Ancient Warrior list, just yeah, throw them in the comments. But here you go. This is Speed version 3, going up the ladder at an insane rate. So I thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. It's a giant thank you button if you don't like the sound of subscribing. Because we are at the time of recording, at only 10% of all viewers being subscribed. Which is a lot. Honestly, I'm baffled. Like, the first time I looked at how many people were subscribed to the non-subscribed, it was like 2.3%. You guys are crazy. We've been going up the ladder just as fast as we've been rising in subs. And in my personal opinion, subs isn't the most important thing here, because you guys come here and watch the videos, so a heartfelt thank you from me to you to watch the mess I'm making, or a giant toy box, depending on how you look at it. So leave your wacky ideas down in the comment section for any other decks, builds, or anything that I should be covering in your opinion, and I will be getting right to that. I thank you all again for watching, have a great day, and see ya!